What you guys, got another TV box review. This is the Matricom G-Box Q3 quad-core Android 7 TV box with 2 GB of RAM and 16 GB of storage. Inside the box you're going to get everything you see here once you open it. Now inside the box you're going to get your power adapter, and this will be a 3-pin or a 2-pin power adapter depending where you are in the world. And also you're going to get your HDMI cable for your TV box and your TV. You're going to get a couple of batteries in the kit as well for your remote control, and of course you're going to get your remote control. Very Amazon Fire TV sort of look to it. It's more of one of the better remote controls I've seen, pretty decent, and we'll take a look at that a little bit later on. And of course you're going to get your user guide, your setup guide as well, and this is it here. It shows you how to set up your TV box once you get yours. And I must admit, I've been pretty impressed with this TV box since I've put it on and tested it. The Gui interface is absolutely awesome. So as you can see here, this is the back part of it. This just tells you exactly what you get in your kit. So what we're going to do is take a look at the TV box itself. Now it's in piano black, which is a shiny black finish. As you can see, this is the sort of thickness of it, and it's got rounded edges, and it has got a big G on there, and that illuminates like a bluey colour, which is quite nice. And I do like the look and feel to this type of TV box. It's quite nice. Now on the side we have an SD card port here, and this takes up to probably 65 gigabytes. I've got no information on this at all, so it's probably about 65 gigabytes. Also on the back we have 2 USB ports, and also we have an HDMI port, and we also have an Ethernet port. Now this does support Wi-Fi as well and Bluetooth. Now on the next port we have a reset. This is to reset your device, and we have an optical port here for your audio, and this is where your DC power goes into the actual box itself. And that's pretty much it for the box. On the bottom we have 4 anti-slip rubber pads and some ventilation holes on the bottom, as you can see here. So let's go ahead and have a look at what this looks like. We'll boot up to the device and take a look at what it has to offer. Now if you don't want to use the remote control, you can always use another type of remote control, but I'll be using my own type of keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard, in this video. But let's boot the device up and take a look at it. Now the first thing you're going to have to do is look at the desktop, and then it will switch back and ask you to configure your actual remote control, and it will say pair your remote control. So you can pair your remote control here. It's pretty straightforward and easy to do. Just follow the on-screen display, and once you've done that it will start to work. You can choose your language at this stage, get your screen size right so you can get the screen fully on the actual TV screen. You can either choose wired or wireless for your internet connection, and it will do a scan and tell you whether you need to get any updates. There was a couple of updates, so I'm going to do these 2 updates quickly. And you can see here for Netflix and pre-installed stuff. So I'm just going to quickly install this, and that's now done. Now this is the actual GUI interface. I quite like the layout of this. It's very clean and fresh. I like it a lot. It's very easy to see, and it looks quite professional. As you can see, we've got our little menu down the side, and also up the top we have some other function keys like the bell. Also there's the Wi-Fi, Ethernet, USB and Bluetooth, and settings up the top as well, and the time and date, which is useful. So you can set it all up from here, and you can get access to all these. You've also got loads of functions you can set up on this in your settings if you wish. So we're just going to go across here with the remote control, and I'll just take a look here at the top and click on settings, and you've got your general Android settings down here. You can come down here, click on the about, and it will tell you about the actual device. You can see it's the G-Box Q3. I'm going to come down here and look at the version. It's got Android 7.1.8, and also it's got the latest security patch from May 5th 2017. I've just given myself developer usability there by clicking on that 7 times, and we're going to come down here and take a look at some of the menu here. and as you can see, you can set up whatever you like in here. You can put your location in, put your email address for your Google account in there, and that's pretty much all the settings feature up the top there, which is pretty much on every TV box. So now we're just going to move across. You can see we've got Facebook, their actual store, YouTube, and Kodi. Now when you click on Kodi, it's going to take you straight to Google Play Store, where you can download and install Kodi, which means it's going to be a fresh install, where you're going to have to add in your own add-ons if you want to use those. Okay, I'm not going to go through and install that, but you just know how to install that. If you don't, you can watch some other videos. It's pretty straightforward. Now on the videos tab here, we have Film on TV, and this is just another add-on that you can download from the Google Play Store, as you can see here. Free live TV and record. We've got Hulu, Netflix, and Tubby TV, and you can click on these and use these. Now you can add more on here as well by hitting the add new, and you can add more icons on there if you wish to. At this stage, it's entirely up to you. I'm just going to leave that as is, and constantly updating this and adding new stuff and taking stuff off. So if you live in the States, Hulu is big in the States, and also I don't think we can get Hulu over here in the UK. But this Tubby TV, you can download the install for it. It's 10 million people have downloaded that, so it looks pretty popular. I've never used it myself, but basically that's how you can use those. So let's move on to the next section, which is the music section. Now the music has got some nice ones here. It's got Pandora on there, it's got Spotify, Deezer, and also SoundCloud on there, and you can add more in if you wish. Let's go on to the apps area. This is the apps as they are. I've not installed anything. This is what you're going to get as soon as you get your box. Basically, you've got all your just general stuff in here. You've got your Miracast, which works okay. You've got your Netflix and your settings, Total Commander, and also ES File Explorers on there, Firefox and Google Play Store. So let's go back into the apps again. You've got your updates and backup on there. You've got your YouTube, app installer, clock, and all the normal settings. So let's go into this one here. I've not seen this, so I'm just going to take a look at it. So you can see there you got your tools, entertainment, shopping, communication, social, video, music and audio, news and magazine, health and fitness, sports, and all the other icons that you can see there. So this will give you access to NBA, ESPN, all these other areas that you may want to look at, the cricket on there, as you can see, cricket or Cricket Buzz, and these have been added in there. I'm not going to click on them, but basically there's loads of areas on here that you can take a look at. Finance, travel and local, as you can see, lifestyle, weather, food and drink, and so on. And there's loads of them on here. You can just click on them and it will take you to it. You can see multimedia, it's put YouTube on there, and you can work your way through all of these here. Okay, so that's pretty much what you've got to offer on this one here. So let's move on. As you can see on the list, we have games, live TV, and we also have themes. So you have got plenty of options open to you here on the actual side panel. And let's go back into apps here and do some video testing. It's going to open up the movie player here and go to my little capture on the USB. These are running on a USB flash drive, and we'll start off playing some of these files. So let's go to Jellyfish here and play one of these at 60 Mbps HD 10-bit. We're going to be running this one to see whether this plays okay, and I'll run through plenty of different types of files so you get a good idea how well they can play. Now this is a 4K TV box, so it should have no trouble at playing 4K files, and it's quite powerful, and I will give you all the specs and a little bit later on in the video, so you'll know all the specs for the actual TV box. We'll go through a lot of that, and you can see it's playing these files with ease, no problem whatsoever. So let's give it something a little bit more to think about and give it a 4K file to play to see whether it can handle these. Now these Jellyfish files are very CPU and GPU intensive, so they're meant to test, and this is a 4K file, 10 bits as you can see, and it's playing that file very smooth, as you can see there, no problems whatsoever playing 4K files. So if you want to stream content down like YouTube, or you want to stream other content like 4K content down or play content from a USB flash drive. It's completely easy to do with this particular type of TV box. So let's move on down here and go to real 4K from Sony, and you can see that's nice and smooth as well. And sometimes you'll see TV boxes having trouble playing these particular types of devices, and it's playing this actual content really smooth, as you can see here. So let's move on to another 4K file here, and I'm going to skip here to see whether it has any problems. So I'm starting to skip through the file and stopping and starting, and as you can see, it's having no trouble at playing those files when I skip and stop and play. So let's have another look at some other content here. These are all 4K content, by the way, and as you can see, the quality on them is superb. And I'll just do one more here. I'll take a look, probably at Dubai or something like that. There we go. And again, as you can see, they're nice and smooth, no problems whatsoever. I'll just skip a couple of times here to see whether it lags out, but it's coping with that totally fine. So again, we're going to move on to YouTube now and stream some content on YouTube, and as you can see, it streams content on YouTube nice and smoothly. The Wi-Fi works really well, and also you can see the vibrance and the colors on there. It looks really nice. I do like the look of this TV box. It's performing really well. And I'll do one more so you can just see here, nice and smooth, no jerkiness, no stuttering or shuttering there at all. So let's move on to the specs of the actual TV box here. As you can see, it's the Model G Box Q3, and it's also the Amlogic CPU in there, 2 GB of internal RAM, and also 16 GB of internal storage on there. And also you can see it's got a 4-core processor in there, 64-bit, and it's got the Cortex A53 at 1512 MHz, also 1920 by 1080. Also we can see there the pixel density of 101 dpi, 450 Mali GPU on there as well, and the thermals are 58 Celsius, and I've been running some other tests and stuff like that. Now the benchmark scores on here for the Geekbench are on the single core 649, on the multi-core it's 1867, which is pretty reasonable. Let's do another benchmark here, and we're just going to run this one. Let this finish off and you should see the final score. That's 33,393 for this one. Now sometimes I'm not really too bothered about the benchmarks as long as it performs really well, and I think the TV box has performed pretty outstanding. It's played everything that I wanted to play, and there's been no issues. Now the internal memory benchmark is read at 85.78 megabytes per second, and the writes is 23.61 megabytes per second. As you can see, it plays Asphalt Extreme and other types of games, so if gaming's your thing, it's a gaming machine as well. And which ain't too bad for a $100 type TV box. Now I will put all the links and information in the video description if you're interested, and I think it's pretty decent. It played all the content that I chucked here and also plays games as well, and I think that's pretty good combination if you can get something that plays everything you want it to do with no problems whatsoever, and the Gui interface looks pretty decent as well. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. My name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thumb the videos up if you enjoyed it, and I shall see you again for another video. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.